In the Bible, we find one of the most beautiful appeal from God. It says, "Today, if you hear His voice, harden not your heart." Would you like to spend this day with God? Listen to this devotional.
This Day with God, a devotional by Ellen G. White. Heart, Holiness. But this is the covenant which I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says the Lord. I will put my law within them, and I will write it upon their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Jeremiah 31, verse 33, Revised Version. When the law of God is written in the heart, it will be exhibited in a pure and holy life. The commandments of God are no dead letter. They are spirit and life, bringing the imaginations and even the thoughts into subjection to the will of Christ. The heart in which they are written will be kept with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. All who love Jesus and keep the commandments will seek to avoid the very appearance of evil, not because they're constrained thus to do, but because they are copying a pure model and feel adverse to everything contrary to the law written in their hearts. They will not feel self-sufficient, but their trust will be in God, who alone is able to keep them from sin and impurity. The atmosphere surrounding them is pure, and they will not corrupt their souls or the souls of others. It is their pleasure to deal justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before God. The danger that lies before those living in these last days is the absence of pure religion, the absence of heart holiness. The converting power of God has not wrought in transforming their characters. They profess to believe sacred truths, as did the Jewish nation, but in their failing to practice the truth, they are ignorant both of the Scriptures and the power of God. The power and influence of God's law are round about, but not within the soul, renewing it in true holiness. God designs that the teacher of the Bible should in his character and home life be a specimen of the principles of the truth which he is teaching to his fellow men. What a man is has a greater influence than what he says. The quiet, consistent, godly life is a living epistle known and read of all men. A man may speak and write like an angel, but his practices may resemble a fallen fiend. True character is not something shaped from without or put on, but is something radiating from within. If true goodness, purity, meekness, lowliness, and equity are dwelling in the heart, that fact will be reflected in the character, and such a character is full of power.